Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. It is Tuesday, and I said that I wouldn't be back for a live stream because I was going back to work full time. So I should probably tell you about that first. I'm playing the camera here a little bit. That's a little bit better. So this is going to be all about my reaction to Thailand, and it's going to be about my reaction to living in Thailand. It's going to be about my reaction to coming to Thailand initially. It's going to be about my reaction. What's up, Chuck? Good to see you, man. Hadn't seen you in forever. Again, well, I have seen you in forever. I see you on Facebook from time to time. Great to see you, man. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I'm going to be talking about my initial reaction to Thailand, my reaction to Thailand as I've lived here for over 2 years, and I'm going to be talking about my reaction to the things that I'm going to be doing, or the things that the country and frankly the globally, things are going to change, and I'm going to be talking about those things as well. So I really hope you get some good, valuable information out of this live stream. I think it'll be filled with good stuff. I'm sure some of my DoMoreLifers will be making some great comments during this time. So we would definitely get to my reaction about Thailand. And Mitchell says hello from Phoenix. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Mitch. Hope you're doing well too. Scott B says, hey, Jeremy, how are you? I'm great. James says, what's up? What's up, Mr. Channel member there, James? Hi, another channel member. What's up, brother? Gregory says, your content is authentic as hell. Thank you. Thanks, Gregory. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that very, very much. That's one of those comments that keeps me going, makes me feel good. So I definitely appreciate that. If you guys are really into the content of the channel, no, not my reaction to something happening. I'm going to react to living and working in Thailand. Just thinking about all the stuff that should come up. Chuck says I should be in Pattaya tonight. I'm so sorry, man, because I'm so sorry, but trust me, you don't want to be in Pattaya tonight. I just talked to my friend that's down there, and it's yeah, you don't want to be down there right now. Hey, Robert, good to see you. He says Chuck in the house. I know, man. It's so good to have Chuck in the house. I hadn't seen him. I'm sure he's been working a lot of overtime hours. If you know you're going to enjoy this content, hit the thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, consider becoming a channel member. You can do that by hitting the join button at the bottom of this video. It's $2.99 a month. You get you'll get members only updates, which will be in the community tab. You'll get members only pictures from my travels and from different photo shoots I've done over the last, 5 years or so. You'll also get, what else? You'll get video content. You get to vote on video content, and whatever you guys vote on is what I'll make. And coming soon to that $2.99 tier will be 1 to 2 minute video snippets once or twice a week, just to kind of keep you guys that have or joined the channel to keep you guys abreast as to what's really going on, that kind of thing. Chuck says, I've talked to Kate. She's stuck there. Okay. New York in the house. Where's New York at? I didn't see New York. Who's New York? Where's Frank? Is Frank in the house? Frank. Hello, Frank. Okay, so my first reaction when I got to Thailand was this. I remember getting off the plane. I had a little bit of money in my pocket. I already had my Airbnb booked, and I wanted to find my way to that Airbnb as fast as possible. So, what's up, Stuck? Good morning, man. Good to see you. Wild Dove X says hello. CVS sold out of Mass Cali Day. Not a good thing. We actually have an oversupply here. Gregory says Brooklyn here. Oh, okay. Brooklyn in the house. Would you believe it if I told you I was listening to Biggie's 1994 album, Ready to Die, in the shower this morning. So I'm sure you're familiar with that. But anyway, reaction to Thailand when I first got here, I got off the plane. I had my bags and stuff in the cart, and I was pushing it around. And I thought, I really don't know what I'm doing here or what I'm going to do here. I don't know how I'm going to make money. I don't know how I'm going to do various things. I don't know how I'm going to get an apartment. I had no idea how I was going to do those things. So I was genuinely, yeah, it is, Gregory. Good taste. I like that. And of course, DoMoreLife gives a little sample there. But I didn't know how I was going to make money. I didn't know how I was going to get an apartment. So I had an Airbnb booked for 7 days, or excuse me, 5 days. And I was able to find my way to that Airbnb via taxi, which was more expensive than I thought it was going to be at the time, because I thought Thailand was going to be very, very, very cheap, like the Philippines. It's not. It is in certain places, but it's not in Bangkok or even Pattaya, Phuket. I would say probably down in the southern islands that you can get to, like Krabi and some of those places. Kamala, I think Kamala is the most expensive place to live in Thailand, if I'm not mistaken. So going down south, yes, thank you for the reminder there, Stuck. Going down south presents a unique bliss, but I was in bliss when I got here because I was so happy to be out of the Philippines at the time. Nothing against the Philippines itself. I was just in a bad situation. I was very happy to get out. So I went to my Airbnb, and I decided, I had to fly over. I got my stuff together, got prepared for the next day, and the next day I just hit the ground. I got on the BTS and the MRT, and I just rode. And I would get off at a stop that looked like it had apartment buildings, and I would go in and ask how much and look at the rooms, and some of them were just, nah, not going to do this. And then some of them I reacted to very well, very, very well. I got off and I was like, I found this one, and it was only 6,000 baht a month for a 1 bedroom, and it was much bigger than the place I have now, but it was a lot farther out too. Bangkok, and I was like, yep, this is the one. So I was on the tourist visa. I paid 3 months up front, so 18,000 baht up front, and all I had to cover was the electricity. It was pretty cool. That's how I found my first apartment. Mike is in the house. LMAO. Thank you very much, brother, for stopping by. It's good to see you. He says, happy anniversary. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Just popping by. Got a premiere I scheduled. Hope we can team stream soon. Absolutely. You're welcome on my stream anytime, and I'm pretty much assuming I'm welcome on yours as well. So we can team stream anytime. I have to go back to work tomorrow for sure. I'll get to work, but I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow and then have Thursday and Friday off. So we'll see how that works out. Gregory says no credit checks there. Not unless you're already in the Thai credit system. Like if you, Mike says I would even let you do my stream for. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. And that's a good reaction right there. I met some wonderful people over here. Mike's one of them. I did a live stream with Gio, which I reposted last night. We were on his channel. He had a good chat there. We were talking Thailand versus the Philippines. And Mike has been on at least one live stream with me that I know of. So I'm definitely going to have to get him back on here because he's well traveled in Southeast Asia and really, really smart guy. So I have to get him back over here. But this is what happens when you take a risk. If you don't take a risk, you'll never know what's at the end of that tunnel. So like you never know if you're going to be if you're going to win or lose. And if you lose, the good news about it is you're going to learn something from it. And while it may cost you, as long as you can stay on your feet, you'll be okay. And like me, for example, that's one reason. Yeah, nothing venture, nothing gain. That's exactly right, Hike. So it's important to me to continue to take risks, but be smart about those risks that I take. Hugs, guys. Oh, Mike's giving out hugs. That's a good thing. Greg says no credit checks there. Yeah, no, about the credit checks. Sorry, Gregory. The credit checks, not unless you've got like if you break a lease on an apartment or something like that, or you default on a car loan, then you may run into some issues. But the credit checks, if you're, it depends on what kind of visa you're on. This is something else that when I think about my reactions to Thailand, I think about working here as an expat and the benefits that brings me is that I can finance some stuff. It's better if you have a Thai partner to finance things with, much better, much easier. However, it is, how do I put this? It is not advisable. Well, you can't do it on a tourist visa unless you pay cash. Most things here you're going to have to pay cash for. But the good news is most of the stuff's not really expensive, especially if you come over here with straight good savings. You got a good back end. You got everything wound up there. And Mike, good luck on your premiere, by the way. I didn't know you had it coming up, but good luck, man. Let's see. Gregory says facts. Hike says, will you let me into the cool kids table? That's so funny. Robert says it's risky. It is risky. It is risky. But one of the, I was taking a risk coming to Thailand from the Philippines. I could have just flown home. But I didn't want to because I knew that I was going to need more out of my life than just going back to the States. That wasn't my intentional plan, or excuse me, that wasn't my initial plan. And, going back to the States would not make me happy at that point. Going back to the States right now to live would not make me happy at that point, or at this point. It would be good to go back, but I would go back to see my family and friends. I wouldn't be going back to try to live there under anything. How close did you come to flying back home after leaving the fields? When I found out I was going to leave the fields, it took me about, I'm going to say about 6 hours to decide that I wasn't going back to the USA. Because there was nowhere for me to go, really. I mean, you guys know I have my dad and my brother as far as family, but as far as places to go and live, I don't really have a place to go and live. I don't have a car back home, so I would have to be a cool, fresh start, and that kind of thing. Mike, I hope you heard me when I said I hope your premiere goes well, because I didn't realize you had a premiere going on, dude. But I know you will have a good premiere. So what else do we got? Oh, yeah, that answers Hike's question. Let's see. I just rolled my pant legs up. That's pretty much about what I did. Gregory says, so 3 months cash up front is doable for my 3 months there for an apartment. Yeah, it is. Or at least it was for me. I paid 3 months cash up front at 6,000 baht a month. So I paid 18,000 baht up front plus another 1,000 for some kind of fee or something. And I was put into that apartment. I have a video on that apartment. It's called My First Apartment in Bangkok, and you can watch it on this channel. It's nice. It was a nice apartment. It had a little kitchen, but it was a full kitchen. Had a living room, TV, full bathroom with shower and toilet sink. And it had a bedroom with a queen size bed, full wardrobe, its own ACU unit in the bedroom, and an AC unit in the living room. It was nice. It was really, really nice. Hike says, for 3 months apartment, do they let you charge it to a credit card if you have a high enough limit? I don't know, man. I was reading some stuff about credit cards over here in Thailand recently, and I'm not. They have a weird, funky way of doing credit card stuff because I got to buy my health insurance coming up. Like I caught uh, my health insurance is up to be renewed, and I called yesterday to renew my plan, and all they said was we will contact your agent for you, and so I'm going to wind up calling them back again today to make sure that I get my plan. I haven't been able to get a whole lot of help with being able to make sure I get that renewed. But even if I don't, I have insurance through my employer, so it's not the end of the world. It's none of that stuff. Anyway, that's another thing. My reaction to the health insurance over here, how cheap it was and how much it covered was just amazing. Like I couldn't believe that you could get for about 12 to 1,400 US dollars, you could get a million baht and million baht policy, a million baht emergency policy, and a million baht doctors and hospitals policy with zero deductible. And I mean zero. And it also covers some medications and some it won't. So I was flabbergasted to say the least. At how cheap the insurance was, and that was a lot of money for me at the time. It's a lot of money for me at this time, but I also know that it's well worth it. And I plan on being in Thailand at least another year. So that was my initial reaction to all of that. Gregory says 562 USD. Yeah, man, it was a good deal. It was a really, really, really good deal. Scott B said, hey, Jeremy, how many days can I visit Thailand without a visa? That would be, I want to say 28, including the day that you get here, maybe 29. I don't know. It's a 30-day stamp, but they count the day that you got here, too. So, but you can take, so again, here's another reaction that I was blown away from, because when I came over from the Philippines, I knew you could get a stamp to come in. Like you get a visa exemption stamp when you come in if you're from most major Western countries. And you get that stamp, and that's good for 30 days. That gives you lawful residence or the ability to remain in lawful status, visa status here in Thailand. At the end of those 30 days, you can go to your immigration office and apply for a visa exemption extension. I'm gonna make sure I said that right, because when you get that stamp, you're not on any kind of visa. That is not a tourist visa. That is a visa exemption. And when you get that visa exemption that's good for 30 days, you can go get one more extension on that stamp for 30 more days. And then you have to get out of the country. You either have to go get a tourist visa somewhere, or maybe you found a job, you want to go get a non-B visa. Maybe you decided in 2 months that you want to get married and you fly out, you come back in with a marriage visa. Or if you're over 50, maybe you decided that you want to retire here and you go out and you get a retirement visa to come back in. There's a multitude of things that you can do. And that was another thing that I had, a significant reaction to was at that time, I viewed the visa process as extremely, how do I say this? Extremely complex and complicated. Now that I understand the visa system much better, and when people say they understand the visa system here, they can't fully understand every aspect of it because it changes very often. But that's just part of living in Southeast Asia. That happens in every country. For example, Thailand was looking at opening international flights, inbound international flights, at the end of this month. Day before yesterday, they pushed it back to the end of June. Now, will there be another pushback? I don't know. Right now, all my bets are on June. So who knows? I can't. That's just one of those things that you have to get used to reacting to, and not so much of a. You can't negatively react to these things. You can't negatively hold your head down. You got to find there's a problem, and whatever the problem is, just forget about trying to blame the problem on somebody, trying to blame the problem on yourself, or trying to blame the problem on any whatever government you're traveling to, because that ain't gonna work. Just seek a solution, be a solution oriented person, and you will come out much better than you will if you are a problematic person only focused on the problem. Once there is a problem and it's identified and an official has told you there's a problem, then it is your responsibility to find a solution, period. And that goes for me and everybody else. So that was one of those where I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. I hope that answered your question, Scott. Hike said 1 million baht equals 31,296.95 USD. That is correct. Gregory says, heard a rumor that you can also make a run for the border and get another visa, stay 30 days longer. You can do that too. Actually, if you make a run for the border, you might as well go get a tourist visa. Tourist visa would be 60 days. And then you can extend your tourist visa for 30 days while you're in. You can do that in country. You don't have to leave. You do that in country. So I would advise everybody to do that if you want to come on a tourist visa. Just get your tourist visa at an embassy or consulate before you come, and come on in. And then you can, if you want to stay past 60 days, you can extend that tourist visa for 30 more days. Let's see here. Jim. Hey, Jim. What's up, brother? I just saw your name pop up there. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Stuck says, Gregory, can't just get an extension or get 60-day visa before you leave your home country. Robert says, hello, Jim. Everybody saying hey to Jim. Jim, yeah, we are happy to see you in the house. Always happy. Let's see here. Anybody else got anything? Nope. Everybody's just saying hello to each other. For those of you that are new to this channel and chat, this is more of a family thing. We have a very strong knit community here, and we support each other. We don't do any politics, religion, or I'm not going to say the third thing that we don't do because everybody knows, but we don't talk about other vloggers on here negatively. We talk about positive vloggers on this channel, like my buddy Mike, Gio in the Philippines, Rike. He's over in the Philippines right now. Some of those guys, Jason and a few other ones, that great vloggers, and we'll talk about them, but we're not going to stick out negative connotation towards other channels because it's futile, pointless, and useless. Drama is just airspace in the head that is rented by the people who you give it to. And I'm not giving trolls any room in my head. Sorry, that's not how we operate over here. So that by the way is another reaction I had to Thailand, because it was just as bad in Thailand as it was in the Philippines as far as the trolling on YouTube and stuff goes. So if I had it to do all over again and I made plenty of money, you have to understand that I probably wouldn't be a YouTuber. I would probably be shooting or recording videos and putting them on my own website, not necessarily a YouTube thing, because I would do it at my own pace and be my own boss. Right now, I'm using YouTube's platform, and I have to conform to all their rules and regulations and everything. It is what it is, but in Thailand, there's so much to see. I've spent so much time in Pattaya and Rayong and other places. You know, I've been to Koh Samet and Bonpei and uh, just very Wahin, Cham. Took the ferry all the way across the Gulf. Those things are things that I really enjoy, and those things make memories. You know, so it's a really good deal. Mad Game Room, what's up, dude? The problem with the extension is that you have to have proof of onward travel. Well, you got to have proof of onward travel, even with the stamp, brother. You got to, you are required, if you come in with a 30-day stamp or a tourist visa, you are required to have on proof of onward travel before that visa or that stamp expires. Bus tickets or train tickets not accepted. Now, see, lots of times they won't ask you for the extension or for the proof, right? And sometimes they will. When I came over, I showed them a bus ticket to Cambodia 27 days into my stay, and they accepted it, but now they won't. So that's what I mean by things around immigration, stuff like that, change. Gilmore Heights says, we talk about sunshine, calling our moms, and looking both ways before crossing the street. It's funny. Yeah. And then it says, but bus tickets or train tickets not accepted. I got lucky with mine because mine was a bus ticket. But it's supposed to be an airplane flight out, and that is so they can hold the airline accountable. Cody, my man, what's up, dude? Good to see you, bro. Gregory, I encourage you to stay in the chat, but just remember we have to say things politically correct on here, so we use a lot of code words and stuff. Just be careful in what you say and don't curse. Definitely you're welcome to come in and hang out as much as you want to, but that's just the way we do things here. That's so that we don't run into monetization issues. Jim says, in another world, the no vacancy sign is up in Jeremy's head when the troll look. That's right. That's 100% right, Jim. 100% correct. Scott B says, do you recommend, I think you meant any airlines. I would recommend probably Air Asia would be a good one, and of course Thai Airways if they are able to recover from all this. I think Thai Airways is a good one, and I also believe in Air Asia. Those are good ones. Cebu Pacific, if you're in the Philippines or you want to go to the Philippines, Cebu Pacific is a great airline. I've never had a problem with them. I've flown them several times. What else have I flown? Cathay Airlines are very good. EVA Airlines are probably the best. Even Singapore Air are about evenly qualified as the number one airline that I've ever flown on. So yeah, Cathay Pacific, that's what it is. So I hope that that gives you guys some insight there. That's my reaction to those airlines, and my reaction to them coming to Thailand or getting me to Thailand was very well. I was impressed by the way that they did things. Good question, though, Scott. Let's see. Landon S says, hello from Oklahoma. Can't wait for all this mess to be done so I can visit Thailand. Well, we can't wait for all this mess to be done either, Landon. I assure you. And I would love to have you come to Thailand and get to see some places, make a nice vacation for yourself, and just get to enjoy the pure bliss that is over here in Thailand. Especially if you're on vacation and you come to Thailand and you become unhappy, you're in the wrong spot or you're the wrong person to be here. There on vacation with no stress, knowing you got a job to go home to, knowing you got a place to go home to, you got nothing to worry about but your vacation over here. If you get angry or upset about anything on your vacation, you really need to check yourself, because vacations over here are nothing but bliss. It can be, sure, it can be a little stressful with transportation issues that could arise, taxis, trains, that kind of flights can always be delayed, that kind of thing. But at the same time, you're in paradise, so live it up. Because people like me that work here don't get to live it up all the time. We just don't get to. We go to work. I go to work 9 to 5 usually. Not 9 to 5, 7:30 to 4 every day. Typically, and that'll be starting again come July 1st. And I'm still working some days now in preparation for the re-grand opening. Frank, good morning from Australia. I see how you spelled that. I like that. Gregory says, heard that was the New Yorker in me. My bad. It's all good, man. All good. Don't take it. Like I said, don't take it personally, man. Don't take it personally. We tell everybody that when they come in here the first time. Gilmore Hike says, United, fly the friendly skies. I heard United was a decent airline, but I've never flown them, and I don't know. I have American Airlines in America. I don't want to say American Airlines, but airlines in America they're kind of weird. Ivan says he went to Thailand last year. Glad I made the trip when I had the chance. I bet you are. Many people are probably very glad that they made the trip when that they had a chance. I know a guy that got out of here just in time. So good for you, Ivan. Thailand is a beautiful place, beautiful people, and when I say beautiful, I mean inside and out. By the way, I did a little test on my green juice. I got some expensive water to see if it would make it taste better, and it didn't. It actually made it worse. Eric, how you doing, bud? Greetings from California. Here comes Jim's challenge. Okay, DoMoreLife family, I need a little help coming up with an idea for a name. For example, one person has Tampa Homeless Project. I'm going to be helping homeless people, single moms, single dads. Yes, Jim's doing a fantastic job down there. Jim says animal rescue, helping animals that needs vet care, things like that. I need a good name for my project I'm doing. Any ideas? Challenge. Jim is working on a good project. Jim's a long time subscriber of the channel here, and he has done a ton of work for this channel. And now he's done a ton of work for a homeless man and his dog in the Tampa area there in Florida. And what he did was raise, I believe, $3,900, if I'm not mistaken, Jim. And he was able to, the dog was injured, and he was able to get the dog healthy, and he was also able to put the guy up in Airbnb for a little while. And that's just amazing. And he looks to do projects like that, so we want to support Jim if we can, for sure. Challenge. Jim says, Jeremy, every time you get $20, I'm going to send you 10 till your chat live ends tonight. Hike says, Jim, maybe helping hands. Tampa, that sounds good. Jim says $10 for every 20 contributed to the end of the live stream. Okay, throw up the PayPal link. So here's how challenges work for any of you guys that are new to the channel. Jim or somebody will throw up a challenge. We have a PayPal link, or you can do it by super chat if that makes you feel better. But YouTube takes 30% of the cut. PayPal only takes 3%. All money that comes into the channel is used for equipment and traveling. The challenge that he's thrown out basically means anybody that contributes, and you don't have to contribute $20. Go More Hike has put up the PayPal link. Thank you, Go More Hike. All you have to do is click on that link and put how much you want to spend. So if 4 people put in $5, then there's 20, and Jim will match it with 10. It doesn't matter how we get to 20, just that we get to 20. And we do that a lot on this stream, and it's really going a long way because we have a new camera coming up very soon here that we're going to get. And as things start opening here, but the shopping malls just opened on Sunday. So as things start opening up here, the video quality and the content and all that's going to change. I've got a big plan for a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm going to be working full time, but it doesn't matter. Winners win, and losers usually don't make it because they give up too soon. That's my feeling on it, and that's how I feel. I'm not giving up. I've told people before I've had everything in the world everybody in the world try to close this YouTube channel for so many reasons. I wound up having to trademark the name of the channel just to get a few people. But my reaction to all that at first was negative, but it has become a positive because it allows me to know that the reason you see such low chat numbers in here, like right now we only have 29 people. We've been bouncing back and forth between the mid 20s and the mid 30s. Usually we wind up with about 40 people or so at about 45 minutes. But the reason we do that is because we don't have a lot of trolls that come in here because they know they're not going to last. Most of the people that are in here are my moderators, and I love them dearly, and I thank them dearly for all the work that they do. So, any questions for me on reaction of how I reacted to Thailand when I first got here, when I've been here? This Ike says this is a safe space. But you guys feel free to type away the questions, and if you do contribute via PayPal or Super Chat, either one, just know that it doesn't go to pay my rent or pay my light bill or pay for me to go have fun. It does pay for me to travel. And I have an idea, and I want to see what you guys think about that in just a second. Just a second. Let me get something else to drink. I'm coming right back, guys. We are coming from the healthy drink to the super unhealthy drink, as you will see as I sit down. Because I love me some Coca-Cola. Let's see what we got here. Hype says, what's the biggest thing you've learned? The biggest thing I've learned is humility. The biggest thing I've learned is to be humble in every situation, no matter what, particularly if you're involved in a situation with even a traffic stop, just you're speeding or what. I've never seen anybody get a speeding ticket here, but if you get in a wreck or something like that, or you're not wearing your helmet on your bike, or you go the wrong way down a one-way street or something like that, being humble in those instances and just agreeing with the officer and saying I'm sorry goes a long way more than trying to argue with them, because the more you argue with them, the Thai police don't really have a lot of they seem to not have a lot of patience, and I think it's in certain areas, and it's also, how can I say this? they just want you to move on, and they want to move on with their day. And if you can be humble and really apologize to them, that kind of thing, they might let you out of a ticket, but if they don't, they're probably not going to charge you the full amount of the whatever they could charge you for of the ticket. That's been my experience, okay, my personal experience. So humility, great question by the way, Hike. Is humility is the number one thing I've learned. Humility, forgiveness. Forgiveness has been another one because I have been pooped on by many people. As I was in the Philippines, it's been the same here. And it mostly comes from the here it hasn't come from anybody but the expat community. In the Philippines, I did have a problem with the last girlfriend I had, but the people here, and I've never been pooped on by a Thai person here, and they haven't sent. They haven't made my life harder or anything like that. They're usually very helpful people, especially if you get a Thai that's and you're in a tourist spot like Bangkok, Pattaya, possibly Phuket. I haven't been to Phuket, so I don't want to talk about it too much. And Hua Hin definitely. But Hua Hin is a big expat town, so you have to be careful over there because you're going around a lot of expats. Make sure I don't lose the comments here. Humility, forgiveness, honesty. Be honest. Don't lie when you're over here. Just don't lie, especially to officials, but don't lie to the women either because they know. Don't lie to other expats because if you got expats that are seasoned here, they know you're full of crap. Don't lie. My reaction to that was seeing how well expats were trained to identify the deceit that came along with certain things here in Thailand was remarkable, to say the least. So yeah. Let's see here. Where are we at? Gregory says, what about the heat from someone who's used to 4 seasons? That's a good question. I don't know exactly how to answer that, to be honest with you. The heat over here is horrible. It gets very humid. Yesterday was the first day of rainy season, so for the next few months it's going to be raining a lot, and I think that we become adaptive to it over here in our own way. So I hope that helps answer your question, Gregory. Hike says, Jeremy, if you could travel back in time to give yourself advice for when you say you first got to the fields, what would you say? Stay away from expats. That would I would say that no matter what country I go to, stay away from expats. You don't, and when I say that, I don't necessarily mean you have to stay away, like don't talk to any expats or whatever, but make your relationship with expats acquaintances, not friendships. Okay, if they're meant to be friendships, they will become friendships over time, but make them acquaintances only. Don't give out your personal information. Don't tell them about the bad things you did in 1903. Don't tell them any of that stuff. Don't give them it. Just don't, because they'll use it all against you. And that's the way it works. I mean, it's unfortunate. But when you bring, that's a whole nother topic, man. I'll probably make a whole video about that hike. That's a really good topic. I may even have you on, do that on StreamYard and have you on to talk with me about that, and anybody else that wants to come on. But that's what I would say right now. If you want more information on that, maybe I'll put that to a members only vote. So if you're not a channel member yet, just hit the join button below and it'll take you to a page that talks about your perks. And your perks are this: one, you get to join the voting process on what kind of content I put out. You'll get pictures from my travels and from photo shoots I've done over the past not photo shoots of me, photo shoots of other people that I've done over the past 3 to 5 years. You will get regular text updates about, and the texts are in the community tab about the channel, where it's going, anything we have planned coming up. You'll get all that information. And I'm looking to YouTube to be able to put a 1 to 2 minute video to be able to offer you guys all at the same price of $2.99 a month. Very, very, very inexpensive. Really helps support the channel, and you'll be able to stay on top of DoMoreLife and the things that we do. Jim says, come on, guys, make me pay. Digging those pockets. Contribute to the channel. Every time Jeremy gets 20, I will send another 10. And Jim has always been a good marketer for this channel. So he's dead serious about that. If we get 20 bucks sent in from PayPal, then or Super Chat, then we will, he'll match it, and then we'll go on from there. He says, I want to hear that PayPal dinger. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go, guys. DoMoreLife says, do people argue with the cops a lot? A lot of tourists do. If you're a seasoned expat over here, you don't argue with the cops. You know better, because you're going to lose. You're not going to win. But a lot of tourists here on vacation, they will argue with the cops. And my reaction for that is, I look at them and I think, that's exactly how I was on the first month I was here. But I already had a little bit of experience because I was coming from the Philippines, and the same rules apply there. You just don't argue with the cops. You don't do it. And now I just feel kind of sad for those people that want to do that. I'm waiting on the dinger too, Jim. Let's see here. Hike says, do people argue with the cops? I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that in Alabama. No, yeah, that was the second part of his question, I guess. There is Travel TV in the house. What's up, my man? Good to see you, bro. We talking police in Thailand? No, we're just talking about my general reaction to when I got to Thailand and what's going on now in Thailand, things I've been through in Thailand, working in Rayong as a school teacher in Thailand, working in Bangkok as a school teacher in Thailand, and we're just we're just trying to give what was my reaction to those things and how much stress is actually involved. Believe it or not, it's stressful to be a school teacher over here. You'd probably laugh at that, but it's actually a stressful job. It really is. And if you take any kind of promotion or you handle responsibility over here, it's not like taking a promotion in a Western country at all, because things happen, things change over here hour by hour, not day by day or week by week, or, we got plans for next month, we're going to implement this. No, 5 minutes ago, we were going to do it this way, and 5 minutes later, this is how it's going to be done. So, and it's two different things. That's one thing I've learned, and I've also learned how to react to that. And that is just sabai, right? Sabai. It doesn't, just let it go and do whatever's asked of you, and you have a good chance of keeping your job, which is pretty important. Let's see. Travel TV says, I got into an argument with the top police officer about driver's license. Yeah, that happens a lot, man. He told me that I needed an international driver's license, and I said, no, I don't. Our countries have a peace treaty with each other. I should be able to use my USA driver's license. And that, as far as I know, that's true. You should be able to use your USA license. Sounds a little bold to me, says Ike. Travel TV says, I got a ticket anyway. I figured you would. Then he says, that's when I learned that you should pay your tickets at the police station. Yeah, just don't argue with the cops. That's my rule. I don't argue with them. If it's something blatant that I'm not doing or that I didn't do or whatever, I will calmly explain to the officer and try to show him something or explain to him. But before I do that, I will tell him immediately, I expect you to give me a ticket, but I need you to know a few things first. So typically, if you're humble and you're honest, they'll listen to you. That's been my experience. Height says, yes, time travel discussion. I am so there. Leonard Washington, just that the reality is that some personalities don't mix. That 100% agree. 100% agree. Gregory says, why would you go to a different country just to eat the same food you had at home and talk to people not of that country? I get your point. Yeah, exactly. Try the Thai food, man. Especially if you can eat spicy food, you are in the place if you come to Thailand. That was another first reaction that I had that was really like overwhelming reaction that I had was the spiciness of the food because I can't eat it. I'm not going to get into all that why, but medically I can't eat it, and I had to learn how to tell the cooks and people that prepare meals in Thailand, to make mine not spicy, and that was that was a making of its own. Scott B says, Jeremy, thanks for info. I hope you received from PayPal. Well, I haven't gotten any dings. Maybe I need to open up the PayPal account and see. Hang on, guys. We'll let it open up. I did. Scott sent $20. Thank you very much, Scott. I don't know why it's not coming through. Jim sent $10 too today, and I've gotten no emails at all. My ringer's on. Usually the ringer comes on, but for some reason it doesn't. It doesn't show you. So what I'll do is I will cover all this up on the bottom, and I'll show you where Jim's 10 came in. There you go. Let's get the party started. He said. See, it says today up here in the corner. And then I will cover up the name of this gentleman. I'll try to anyway. There we go. He sent in $20, and of course PayPal takes that little percentage. So there's 30 that came in. I don't know why it's not coming through my email, guys. I have no idea, but it actually came through PayPal. That is very, very unusual. Usually I get an email identifying that I've been sent PayPals, but I didn't get one here. But yeah, Scott, thank you very much, man. I did not know that it had come through. Jim, thank you too. I didn't know that that one had come through, but you can see. I wonder if I can hit it like this and see if no, that won't work. I want to be able to show it to you like I show it to you in an email, but I don't think I can do that. Here, nope. No, it shows your address and all that stuff, so I definitely can't do that. But thank you guys so much, Scott and Jim. I really appreciate it. Very, very nice of you guys. Very, very nice of you guys. And yeah, it's in there, man. That's so weird. So weird. Thank you so much. I will leave PayPal. Let me close PayPal completely, and maybe that will make it come up in the emails. I don't know. Usually I show you guys the contribution so people know I'm not full of crap. But everything's right on point. So thank you guys very much. I really appreciate that. Very, very, very much. You had a great point, Gregory, excuse me, about meeting different people. Meet the locals, man. Get involved in the local stuff and get involved in learning how to speak Thai. So nice. It's so nice because even when you go, like if you go on a date or something and you're trying to speak Thai to a girl, you're going to make her laugh. And if you can make her laugh, you're probably going to have a good date. Because she's going to try to help you with her Thai, and man, it gets a lot of fun from there. Super Dr. Jekyll says, what is the reason expats treat other expats so badly? Seems they would be happy to meet another expat in a foreign country. It's a great, great question, Super Dr. Jekyll. That is an excellent question, and I'm going to give you the simplest answer you've ever heard in your life. Jealousy, envy. That's it. That's it. Those two coincide with extremely low self-esteem and not being able to find a way to fill that void within them. That may sound a little spiritual or whatever, but that's the truth. Expats come over here, and I've been out. I don't drink, but I do go out, and I go to the. Yeah, I got your PayPal, Jim, and yes, and Scott, you're very welcome, and thank you so much for sending that. That was just awesome, man. I'm so happy that you guys sent those contributions, because man, they go a long way. I'm telling you, they go a long way. A lot of people don't believe me, but they really do. And I thank you both for your contribution thus far. I'm pulling the PayPal back up now to see if anybody else has put anything in, and that would be a negative right now. So that is totally cool. Let me just refresh it one more time to make sure. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. That's okay. We've done good today. And if we do more, we do more. If we don't, we don't. No problem, guys. Thank you so much, Jim, for getting it started, and Jim and Scott for contributing. I appreciate it. Back to your answer, Super Dr. Jekyll. A lot of expats come over here with a chip on their shoulder, and they, like, I can't tell you how many times I've sat down out in bars or whatever with my friends, and you meet an expat that was a British SAS sniper for 20 years, or you can meet 5 Navy SEALs in a night and that kind of thing. People are just full of crap. They think they can come over here and be whoever they want to be, whenever they want to be, and they're never going to be found out. The truth of the matter is, there are a lot of people over here that will find you out, that will do things that are probably not going to benefit you in any way, form, or fashion. So I would say that the actual content on, or the actual communication between you and an expat, I've learned to keep it at a minimal, or a very minimum, until you get to know that person. And even then, you still can't 100% trust what they say. It's just not a good place to be in. Let me put it to you that way. And I don't know why they treat. I mean, with the exceptions of what I told you, I don't know why they can't just say, "I'm over here in paradise. Just, I just want to be happy." And if I want to talk to another expat, talk to another expat. But you can't trust the book by the cover over here. You just can't do it when it comes to other people. So I hope that answered your question. I've done many videos on the truth about expats. You can go to my homepage and search expats. Just type in expats in the search column, and you'll find tons of videos on there. GoMoreLife says, at Travel TV, what do you mean? You mean at the station? I'm not sure what that meant. Jim said, I had to step away for a minute. Did you get my PayPal? I did get your PayPal. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Travel TV says, not at not. I think he's abbreviating assist. I don't know. Scott B says, Jeremy, thanks for the info. I hope you received the paper. I did. And thank you, Scott, once again. Albie, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you again. Travel TV says, the police officers, they're generally nice. You should have no reason to be rude to them. They're not rude to you. That's true. That's true. They are generally they're generally nice, and but people come over. You know what happens? Travel TV. They come over here with a chip on the shoulder, and they think their Western privilege comes with them. And I tell them all the time, leave your Western privilege on the plane. Leave it on the plane, because if you bring it off the plane with you, you're going to be in trouble. And that's what, in my opinion, that's what entices them to react the way they do to police or other officials or immigration officers, that kind of thing. You're not going to win. So just don't. Genocide. JNSA. I don't know why I want to say NASA when I say that. It's weird. How or when did you know you would be financially all right after moving to Southeast Asia? Is that what you mean? West East Asia? I actually didn't. I just put the faith in myself that I would find a way. Originally, when I moved over, I had monthly income coming in, so from the government of the United States. So that went on the entire time I was in the Philippines. And after I was here in Thailand for a few months, I went through 9 months of the coming off of that program, and then I rely strictly on my teaching salary, YouTube income, which has dropped dramatically. Not the contributions, but the AdSense and the contributions from people for equipment and stuff. So I just had, it's one of those things like you hear people talk about, if you don't take a risk, you're never going to know. I just took the risk, and I figured the worst thing that could happen to me was if I got caught over here, if I couldn't go anywhere, then I would, or if I lost everything I had, then I would go to the embassy. They would fly me back to America, and they would keep my passport until I paid off whatever I owed them for the flight. So that was my theory. I had nothing to lose, basically. Albie says, I had food poisoning in Thailand, tried to order some non-spicy food from a restaurant, and they gave me spicy soup. Anytime that happens, try to tell them that you were, and they get very upset sometimes because technically I think they're losing a little bit of face. So, but try to tell them, my pit, no spicy. My pit, no spicy. Jim says, it's really hard to run my Jerry Lewis telethon here. It might sound man, don't straighten up. Okay. He says that because people, when Jim comes on here and he puts these money challenges out, he a lot of people have come on and said, "What is this? The Jerry Lewis telethon?" No, that's not what this is. You haven't heard me ask for a penny. Jim gives the challenges, or somebody else in the comments will. I don't ask. Very rarely ever have I ever had like a put together money campaign, and if I have, it's always been for equipment. That's it. I think I've only done that twice in 2.5 years of vlogging, or wait, no, almost 3 years of vlogging. Albie says, I told them spicy. They said, no, it's salty. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's a rough one. Hike says, that's why I like Pizza Company and McDonald's. And we got to get you away from Pizza Company and McDonald's when you come over, man. That's for sure. Albie says, makes sense. Probably most have low self-esteem with girls, and that's why they moved here in the first place. I don't have that problem. LOL. I hear you, buddy. And they really do. I've seen more fights break out. I've seen more between expats. I've seen more fights break out, more cunning plans develop because of the women that they were with and that didn't want to be with them, or they were pulling for their favorite football team and their football team lost, and they had to make a big scene. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Gomer says, any old timer in the house? I got a question I want to ask that won't be on the internet. 10-4. Jim says, come on, guys, let's get a first of the week contributions going for the DoMoreLife channel. So Jim is Jerry Lewis, and I'm just kidding. He's not Jerry Lewis, and he's doing a great thing. Thank you, Jim. Parky 10 says, when can we get back to Thailand? I'm waiting, going crazy. I know you are, Parky. Probably you're looking at right now, it's the end of June is when they say that they're going to open the international inbound flights. But I don't know, man. You might want to it up until 2 days ago, it was the end of this month. So you might want to give some leeway toward the end of July, possibly. It depends. Right now, South Korea is having a little second wave problem, but it depends on if we get one of those. I don't think we will, because it's very traditional here for people to protect themselves, masks and stuff. That's just like part of the tradition. It's not uncommon to go out on an average day, way before anything happened. Everybody's wearing a mask anyway, so it wasn't really a big deal here. They just more hand sanitizer, stuff like that. Leonard says, given the prevalence of lying, it seems inevitable that at some point you will get caught. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. I tell them that. They don't believe me. And then eventually they don't have a YouTube channel, they don't have a social life, or they're in a different country. But you're right, Leonard. I agree. Jim says, okay, guys, I need you to go and hit that thumbs up button that's made Jeremy feel warm and fuzzy. And please remember to share your favorite video on your social media. Every little bit helps. 100% agree. Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy the content. Also, go to my channel, and if there's videos on there that you like, share them on your social media. Share them with everybody that you think are informative videos, reasonable videos, and things that people would enjoy watching. But that's all up to you. The Kingly Way says, hi, Jeremy. I don't drink, but I deal with this in South Korea with English teachers here. When most of them get wasted and drunk, I tell them not to get into fights because it's a big lose-lose. Always is. And I can't speak for Korea. I actually have my best friend is currently teaching in Korea right now. But she wouldn't be involved in any of that mess anyway. But I tell the expats here, look, you get in the fight, you lose anyway. Even if you beat the guy that you're fighting, you still lose. Like, you're still going to lose because you're still going to go to jail or pay an enormous fine. I mean, it's just, you're going to lose. You're definitely going to lose. I want to check PayPal to make sure I'm keeping up with Jim's challenge because it's definitely not coming up anywhere. Roger McGee, welcome, Roger McGee, and I see that you have just contributed $10. Thank you very much, my friend. You know I love you and I appreciate you. Roger is also a very, very big part of this channel, fundamentally and financially. Roger, excuse me. Roger does a lot for this channel. He has a ton of my respect. And I appreciate him very much. So thank you very much, Roger McGee, for your contribution, sir. We have done very well over the past few days in contributions. And it's phenomenal the way that you guys keep it going. Because, by the end of this week, unless my schedule changes, Roger, you weren't on here at the beginning, so I'll say it again, just in case anybody wants to know. My schedule is fluid for the rest of this week and next week. So the only day I know that I have to work is tomorrow. Thursday and Friday, I should not have to work. If that's the case, we're going to take whatever we got by the end of Friday, and we're going to get the camera because I believe it's still on sale, and the camera's going to make a big difference in everything. You guys know that. You guys remember when I got the last new camera when I first got to Thailand, and we had a ton of fun and a bunch of good, healthy fun, and it was just a good time. It was a good time. It's good for me to get something that I could use. I was very happy with it, and that's what's going to happen this time. There's the PayPal link. Go More Hikers thrown up. Thank you very much, sir. So yes, the King Leeway, I agree with you 100%. And I tell everybody the same thing here. I understand. Jim says, moderators, I challenge you every day this week. share one video a day at least on your social media. We're moderators. We really need to do this. Look at Jim. Jim's stepping up and doing everything he can. And then there just came 10 more from Mr. Jim Pale. Thank you very much, sir. I definitely do appreciate that. I think I can get that to show up on my, maybe, I don't know. Let me see. It says it's like stuck checking for mail. So I don't know what that ding you just heard was Jim's matching the because he said for every 20 he would put in 10. That was Jim matching that. So I'm not sure. I don't know what happened. Again, we've got no emails for any of these PayPals. So see, that said my email says updated just now, but it's not updated because there's no emails coming through. Anyway, you guys know I ain't lying. I'll show it to you. Oh, I didn't show Rogers on PayPal, so you guys can understand. There's a way I can actually show it, Roger. I know you're new to the situation here. Oh crap! No, I can't. Not now. I have to show it when it shows up at the very top, because if I don't, then I can't really show it at all. I can. Let me see if I can do it like this. Ah, nope. Screen's gonna fade away. Oh well. We know he did it. It's all good. Okay, moving on. We are going to thumbs up, numb nuts. I love that, Roger. I love that saying. It's great. Let's get caught up on some comments here. Albie says, everybody smash that like button. Yes, I agree. So I get an email for an original anti-theft backpack, but I don't get one from PayPal. That's so weird. Jim says, Jeremy, don't ask for anything. I do so if anyone wants to say there is an e-beggar, it's me. I appreciate that, Jim. That's for sure. Jim says, I just do it because I want to see this channel prosper, so you can call me whatever you want. I'm doing it for my favorite channel. I'm sorry you're jealous because I do it for yours. I don't do it for yours. Thanks, Jim. That's a good way to put it, man. That's a real good way to put it. And then he follows it up with PayPal links. That's great. Scott B says, is there a certain time I hear that is best to come over to visit Thailand, weather and such? Well, right now it begins the rainy season, so kind of through the summer is not really the good. I'm going to tell you, the best time to visit really is like December, January, November, December, January, possibly February. But in those months, January is a real good month to come, because it's, I don't know, it's kind of like the initial hit of tourist season or high season has come in, and it kind of just stabilizes like around Christmas time. And that's my reaction to being here for 2 years. That it kind of stabilizes around Christmas time, and then it kind of jumps back up a little bit after January for that last concentration of people that want to come in and want to make sure they get here during the dry season, not the rainy season. So, got to be careful on that one. But that's a good question, Scott. Very good question. Jim says, okay, there is the PayPal channel. Go hit it and contribute to our favorite channel. Go Boy says, I never got into a fight at Pizza Company. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Stuck says, Scott B, depends on what you want to do and where you want to go, but November to February is high season for a reason, mainly because it's not as hot. That's true. It's not as hot, and it doesn't rain as much either. Somebody removed Super Dr. Jekyll's question, and I assume you'll put the reason up for that, because I don't think he was a troll. Prince, what's up, Prince? If you stay here for long periods, best thing you can do is avoid places where lots of tourists are drinking. Good point. Scott B says, "Hey Jeremy, can you get some single girls to substitute when you go back to work?" Just, now I thought about having girls on the live stream before. I'm sure it would do great for my numbers, but this is more about building the channel and the community the right way. And I look at the long term. I'm in this for the long game. This is if you want to make a lifestyle out of it. I'm not just talking about YouTube. I'm talking about creating content in general. If you want to make a life out of this, you got to be in it for the marathon, not the sprint, because very few people, even that hit the sprint, still run the marathon. Like you can see a YouTuber that comes out and he might pop off 100,000 subs in 3 or 4 months. But when those subs start looking elsewhere for other channels, and his view count goes down, then if he's strong-willed enough to keep at it, he'll see good results from that. But if not, most people give up at that point, and that's where I just don't. Jim says, "Don't worry about it, Jeremy. Don't worry about showing it. The main thing is let's just get some contributions in. That's all we're worried about. Come on, guys." You're right, Jim. You're right. People in here know I don't lie about that. That is good advice, Prince. Very good advice, and I appreciate you sharing that with us for sure. Travel TV says, "I have to go work in the morning." Okay, buddy, you take care of yourself, man. Have a good night. Good morning, says Prince. Got any more good advice for us? Maybe how do you see yourself on the hero's journey now? Good question. Jim says, "Okay, guys, it's 10:50 p.m. here in Tampa, Florida. For the next 10 minutes, I'm going to match 10 for 10. So for every $10, he will contribute $10 for 10 minutes. So it's 9:50 here. So 10 o'clock. Sounds good to me, Jim. What did I want to say? I wanted to kind of, as we're winding down here, hey, Go Hopping, good to see you. Another channel member in the house. He says, "Hi, guys, I was sleeping." Sorry, man. But I'm discussing my reaction to Thailand. I'm discussing what, like interacting with the locals is difficult at first because of the language barrier. Okay. The language barrier is something that is going to be tough for you if you don't speak any Thai. However, it's very easy to point to a few things, and the people here, the vendors and that kind of thing, they're very nice. If you don't know any Thai, I strongly recommend you going to a tourist destination first, like a place like Bangkok or Pattaya or Phuket or Hua Hin or somewhere like that first, because most of the Thais are going to speak some form of English, and I think that's very important. But however, remember, you are in their country, so it's your responsibility to learn their language, not their responsibility to learn yours. Okay, got to remember that. Do the best you can, and don't ever get angry. If anything, try to speak some Thai to them. Get a little app on your phone or something, and do the best you can. That's my suggestion. Let's see. Go at Go More Hike. Okay, 10 minutes for 10. I will max the next 10 minutes. All right, so in 10 minutes, I'm going to look, or in 8 minutes now, I'm going to look at PayPal and see if there's anything up there, Jim. If there is, I'll show it to you. But yeah, just my general overall reaction, kind of the summation of me living and working here has been very good, very, very good, because I'm not in a bad position. I'm not in a bad position. I could be in a bad position financially, but I don't know. We got to see how this month shakes out. We'll see what happens. And I can't wait to get back outside and start doing some shooting and recording for you guys and start getting some videos back going on the channel. I think that'd be great. Stuck says the good thing about being outside of the tourist area is usually the prices are marked on everything. In some of the tourist areas, they don't put prices on stuff like your street food. That's true. That's because they want to make profit off of you. And that's understandable. You're right, Stuck. You're 100% right. If you want to go to the provincial areas here in Thailand, you can go and not speak English because I went to Rayong and I didn't speak any. I mean, you can go and not speak Thai. I'm sorry. I went to the Rayong area and didn't speak Thai, and that's not a prevalent English place. If you're mid city, maybe you get some English, but you guys can go to Ross and check out what he has to say about that. He lives there full time. So I would agree with you, Stuck, 100%. And I have been to remote places in Thailand since I've been here, and that is good that most things are marked, and there's really no negotiating. And when it's that low, you really don't want to negotiate with people anyway, in my opinion, because they need to make a profit. Some of these people are really poor. Jim says, okay, we have go more hike, go more hopping, or go hopping. How about some go more PayPal? Go. That seems fair. He's got the link up there. He's put out a big challenge, and he's trying to meet it. Prince says, I want the beaches to open so I can practice my handstands outside. That's awesome, dude. The fact that you can just do a handstand is makes you more of an alpha male than me. Go right says, yeah, Jeremy, you barely speak English as it is. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Very nice of you. Let's see what's going on over on. I use the point and grunt method. Suck says, yeah, I do that too. I do that too. Even here in the tourist areas, I do that. I'm like, right there. I just want to check the PayPal, see if anything else has come in yet. And it has not. The last activity was from the super awesome Mr. Roger McGee. And that's just checking for you, Jim. But I'll let you know at the end. We got 4 more minutes left, and I'll let you know. I do want to go to the beaches again, too, guys. I'm not used to being in Thailand, not being near a beach. I lived in Rayong for 16 months, and the beach was 5 minutes away. I mean, and then a good beach was less than half an hour away. You could go down to Bonpei and then hop a very cheap ferry ride over to Koh Samet. And Koh Samet has beautiful beaches. Then in the Pattaya area, I actually have a playlist on this channel called Islands of Pattaya. You can go to, and that covers pretty much all the islands that are out there, even the private ones that I went to. And there's some really nice islands out there. There's more than Koh Larn. Let me put it that way. Koh Larn, however you say it. Prince says, I'm ready to go to Rayong so I can film more. People in rural areas don't seem to mind vloggers. That's true. That's very true. I'm going to be far from the beaches in Dang. I don't know. I'll never pronounce that right, Prince. But yeah, is that a remote? That's a rural area of Thailand. Yeah. I don't know what province that's in. That would be my only question to you. But we're talking about reactions overall. Prince, you can give your reaction if you'd like to about how what it was like for you when you first landed in Thailand. Jim says, all right, guys, it's about time. I'm going to call it a night. I guess no one wants to make me pay. Oh, no one else wants to make me pay. Because Jim offered a first it was for every 20 he'd put 10, then he did a 10 for 10 thing. So it's all good, Jim. We had a great night, man. We had a great night. Everybody that participated, let's see, Prince says, Nang is like 40 minutes from Ross's house on the edge of Rayong. Ah, I got you, man. Scott B says, I use Google Translator on my phone. It helps when I'm at the border of Mexico. Yes, it certainly would. 100%. Google Translate does a pretty good job with like the Latin languages, but it doesn't do so well with like the tonal languages like Thai, Chinese, Korean. It doesn't do so well with those. But there are apps out there that will do better, that kind of thing. So that being said, hour and 25 minutes, I'm gonna call it right here. Jim, I will check PayPal for you right now just to make sure. But here's the first email. You guys thought I was playing about emails coming in? This was Jim's first email. It just came in right there when he sent $10 in. I just now got it. I don't know why it's taking so long. I have no idea, but the emails start to come in. So let me make sure we don't have anything else, and we do not. So, but we still had a very successful night. I thank you guys for it. I really appreciate the monetary contributions. Please consider becoming a channel member. For those of you guys that are not channel members, there are perks, and I am adding a perk to it. So please consider becoming a channel member. $2.99 a month. Lots of good stuff. Prince says where all the car factories are, but I hope someone at the LG factory will misplace the 65-inch TV. I hear you, bud. I hear you. I know where he's talking about now. Since you said the car factories, I got you. Yeah, maybe somebody will just leave a 65-inch curve OLED playing out somewhere. That would be nice. Stuck says I was about to say what JC just said about Google Translate. Yeah, it works well for the Latin languages, but just not for the tonal languages. It's just one of those things. So anyway, with that being said, guys, I hope you understand my reaction to Thailand, and I thank you for sharing some of your reactions to Thailand as well. I really triple appreciate the people that contributed tonight. My channel members, love you guys so much for signing up for a membership. You're welcome, Google Hopping. Thank you for being a member. Really appreciate all the members. Then my moderators do an awesome job on this channel. That's why we have low numbers in the chat, but are still able to financially survive because you guys are freaking awesome. And you also keep the trolls away, and I love that. I love it. And everybody that contributed monetarily, you guys, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it very much. My channel members, bottom of my heart, appreciate it very much. Moderators, all of you guys absolutely rock. And I will see you guys on Thursday my time, so maybe Wednesday night your time. Remember, this channel is dedicated to travel, fun, photography, and education. Whatever you Go More Hike. He's got it in there. His channel is dedicated. By the way, Go More Hike has a channel. Go check him out. And read what he wrote in the comment section. That's funny. But this channel is dedicated to travel, fun, photography, and education. And whatever you do today, guys, find a way to do more life. Thanks. I'll see you on the next one.